awful-winded husband.
To be my...
Barbara not Barbara Jean's heart. With a tramp like you?
Well, I know it hurts being third rate, but aren't you accustomed to it yet?
Oh, Robin, I see you. I baptized myself the slut of Springfield!
Son of a bitch in here.
I found out myself.
Child, let me tell y'all something. I had the intro going into my alarm hit, but I'm here. Y'all don't have to refresh me on anything because I just watched it this morning. Child, she's so desperate. She's so desperate to have this money. She all about this money. And it makes no sense. Oh, Lord. I am feeling better. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling well rested. Be disappointed. Oh, well, she deserved that slap. When she was talking to you, girl, you deserve that slap. Correct. Baby, ain't no... Ooh, baby Grace. Anita Williams is a slap a bitch queen. She's a demon. No. Go ahead and tell her before Vanessa come up in here and tell y'all that old girl bought a house in the neighborhood. Well, no. Never. What you know? What you got? Oh, he going to talk to Bill about the trust. I hope she stops paying into the trust. Can she stop doing that? Like, that would be something that helps. Like, please stop paying into the trust. Whatever money is in there is the money that's she got, and when she runs out of it, she can't get no more. No, she filed for divorce. She's not sick. Oh, look who's at the bar drinking. Ooh. Nope. he got out of it. Hi. Oh, and in walks my girl. Hey, girl, it's been a minute since I've seen you. I love me some Danny. Whenever she's not on my TV screen, I'm upset, honey. Okay, so I did watch yesterday's this morning. Um, I just really needed to, like, yesterday I was not feeling good. I was feeling like really worn down, so I got a lot of rest. I'll say that. I got a lot of rest and I feel better today. I just gotta do better at taking care of myself and not like wearing myself down. But I did watch. She got slapped for a reason yesterday. And for her to not think she got slapped for a reason, she did get slapped for a reason. Talking crazy to Miss Anita in her house and blaming her for why Barbara did what she did. At the end of the day has to end before the day ends. You wouldn't have known Barbara if Barbara would have lived because Barbara never wanted you. I know that must seem like really harsh and really mean, but sometimes you got to tell the people what it is. That lady specifically told Peaches to tell you if you ever came looking for her that she was dead. That tells me that that woman never wanted you, never actually cared to get to know you, didn't want you to know her, and was very adamant on y'all never crossing paths or mixing ever in life. But you sitting up here blaming somebody. And then Eva yesterday was like, she doesn't get why her mother is all about the money. Shouldn't she be wanting to get to know like everything about Barbara and so on and so forth? Like it shouldn't be all about the money. And I was like, that there. And she was like, I don't even know who I am. I feel like they're laying the groundwork for us to find out that she is not Wiggy Wonder's daughter, which I've been calling it since the very beginning because she keeps saying she doesn't know who she is, she doesn't know where she fit. Cat's sister, of course, but while Wiggy Wonder is all about the money and all about getting revenge and using it to really just screw people over, Eva seems to actually have a conscience and so on and so forth. Lord, it's messy. And then I don't get Nurse Ashley, Vanilla Bean. I don't get her attitude when it comes to this whole Andre Danny thing. Y'all weren't a couple. And you also came over to his house unannounced. You didn't send a text, you didn't call, you didn't do anything. So whatever you walked in on because you decided to come bring your ass over to somebody's place unannounced. But y'all weren't a couple. Y'all hadn't solidified that y'all are a couple and you not seeing nobody else, he not seeing nobody else, da 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 da. He said he was gonna break it off with her, and whether it be with you or somebody else, he was gonna get exactly what he wanted out of life. Obviously, it's gonna have to be with somebody else. And Shanice in there working Derek, cause he seemed like he want to give up, and it's just like, no, you can't give up. Now Nicole done had to tell Kat that her and that man getting a divorce. We're gonna see how that shakes out. We're really gonna see how that shakes out and what that means. And now Miss Anita and Daddy Dupree have to tell Nicole and Kat that not only did Miss Anita slap Wiggy Wonder, but also the money that was in the trust for Barbara's family is now going to the worst enemy. And Vanessa finna come over there and tell them she buying a house. Or that she's going to buy a house. I think she about to call Vanessa. They finna live in the gates. This is messy. She gonna run through that money though. You don't. I love Daddy. I love Daddy. My sister don't need your money, but I know somebody real good who gonna melt. I love it. I know somebody who can melt down that pickleball trophy. No, no. Mm-mm. He cheated on my sister. Bring your ass. I love Danny. I love Danny. Come on, we're gonna go talk. We're gonna get my minds ready. We're gonna go talk about this. Not everything has to be solved by sex, but you ain't gotta ask your uncle for nothing because he's terrible at this. Oh, oh shit. Ooh. Unfortunately, y'all are dreaming about her getting what's coming to her, and it's not gonna happen no time soon. Yes, because you always doing something. Now, what did it say? Make the call. They finna call Bill, and he gonna want something. And at this point, it's better to have him on y'all side than to have him on hers. Barbara, how could you do this? Give birth to such evil spawn. I'll never understand. Nicole has let go of her anger towards Eva because she realizes that Wiki Wonder has all but destroyed Eva. And Eva is about to sit down or live for her daily dose of abuse when it comes to her mother if she wants to live behind the gates and have no issues. is basically what we're looking at. Excuse me. Because ultimately, if you want money out of your mama, you're going to have to sit there and take whatever she gives you. So she tells her how Miss Anita slapped her. And she's like, "What did you do?" She was like, "I didn't do nothing." She was like, "I know you." She was like, "Oh, well, karma's a bitch," and it came back around. That's not her karma, or that's not her karma. This is a bad dream, what it is. But you got slapped for trying to blame that lady for Barbara unaliving herself. And oh, for the reason you never got to know her. And like, once again, somebody needs to tell you, where the hell is Peaches? Peaches needs to tell you one more time so you could get it in your thick skull. Barbara wanted nothing to do with you. She didn't want children. She told Peaches to tell you, if you ever asked about her, that she had kicked the bucket. Which tells me, had she lived, she still would have told Peaches to tell you that she had kicked the bucket. It still would have been all of that. It still would have been all of that. But they about to call, Anita and Vernon are about to call Evil Genuine. Everybody want to have an important meeting at Orphy Jean's. When y'all stuff gets snatched, I don't want to hear nothing, because Orphy Jean seems not to have cameras on the inside or the outside. But they about to call Evil Genuine, and I would rather Evil Genuine and the Duprees be locked in like this than for them to be on the opposite ends. Because let's be clear on something. Wiggy Wonder don't like Evil Genuine either. And she probably gonna do whatever she can to try to take him down. And they right. We saw what she could do when she had no resources. Now we about to see what she could do with resources. And it's bad. It's bad. I feel like that initial payout was something good. No, you can't stop it. Like, the trust is already there. What they can do is stop paying into the trust. So there's that. Stop paying into the trust is what you can do. But trying to get rid of the trust in general, you can't do that. Like, the trust could, like, they could have got rid of the trust if they didn't know about her having descendants. Like, had Miss Anita found out that Barbara's sister had passed away, she could have got rid of it, but she didn't. So now stop the payments going into it. But like I said, even though I'm not a big fan of Evil Genuine, him and the Duprees being on the same side when it comes to Wiggy Wonder is the best thing they could do. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. Yes. Talk to her. Y'all could talk. What? Mm. Thank you, Miss Anita. I love how the grands pour into their grandchildren and their children. I love it. Even though they got their stuff with them, you can see just like how positive they want to live life and want their descendants to live life. Like, tell it. Evil Genuine! Come on, evilness. Bring your ass over the threshold. Come on, your evilness. The Dark Lord has entered the building. Yeah. Correct. And she's not going to be careful with her money. You're not, but she's. He is the family lawyer. I said it's better for them to be on the same side when it comes to this demon right here than anything. She gonna burn through that money. She gonna burn through that fucking money. And I hate that for her. I hate that for her because I hate the fact that she's about to burn through this money because I understand the voice in your head that's like, put that back, you can't afford it. Put that back, you can't afford this. Like, I know that voice. Okay, still living that life. But getting that type of money, I would make sure that my money is in places where I can take care of myself, get my needs and wants taken care of at the same time. She not the fixer. She about to buy a house. She gonna call Vanessa. She's buying a house. And trust pay. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. We know she about to blow through this money because trust payments are monthly payments. Well, I don't even know how the trust is set up. Is it a monthly payment? Is it annual payment? Like, are you going to be able to sustain yourself on the first round of money you get from this trust? uh Nicole saying she's the fixer now, but like I said, I like when certain things happen, when y'all have a common enemy, I would rather Evil Genuine and the Duprees be on the same side. She got the money. She didn't get all of it. She got a payment. She got a payment. I don't know how the trust is set up. I don't know if her trust is monthly, where you get a monthly payment. I don't know if the trust is annually, where you get an annual payment. Um, don't know. Don't know if it's like, oh yeah, you get your annual payment. This is how much it is, or if you're getting a monthly. But she got the money, and she claims that she's going to deposit in the bank, take some money out for her and Eva, and she's gonna quiet the voice in the back of her head that says, "Put that back. You can't afford it." Baby, we all living that life at this point. If you're not the 1% in the world, or if you're not making buku bucks, we're all living the you can't afford that life. Put that back. Stop looking at it. You can't have that. Okay, longing to have our wants and our needs to be met and taken care of. Hell, I wish I had a trust fund right now. I wouldn't spend all the money. There are just certain things I need in life and want out of life that would be so much easier if I was getting a monthly payment of some sort. But listen, gotta keep working, gotta keep striving, gotta keep pushing ahead, y'all. That's basically what we're looking at this point. That's if it's an annual payment. $500,000 is a if that's a $500,000 payment annually. Oh yeah, she gonna go through that money. But if it's a monthly payment, baby, she just gonna keep running through that money. I don't know. She's buying a house. because Vanessa's gonna pop up. Vanessa's about to do what she did when Triple H bought that house in the neighborhood, and she popped up and warned them. Now Danny is talking to Andre, and she's like, "Listen, we friends. We are able to talk to each other. We're able to be naked, figuratively, not literally, with each other, and be honest. I had to sit there and watch you fall in love with Vanilla Bean, okay, and just how boring it was of a season of a regular old medical drama. Tell me what's the tea." And he tells her that him and Vanilla Bean ain't no more because Vanilla Bean caught them kissing and thought they was about to get real naked. No total, nothing after 500,000. Yeah. So she was like, okay, yeah. Listen, we don't see what it is, but Nicole had an attitude when she saw Evil Genuine was there, but it's just like, once again, y'all better be on the same side than on the opposite sides when it comes to Wiggy Wonder. Because if you think that the Duprees are the only people that Wiggy Wonder is coming after, y'all are sadly mistaken. She coming after Evil Genuine too, to the point where she tried to get his wife in on it. The trust has been trusting since I want to believe the 70s. That trust is in the millions. That trust is in the millions. It's been trusting since the 70s. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Mm. Oh, very upfront. Correct. Oh, he's so sad. He's so sad. Baby, because it real bland over there. This is spicy. Okay, this is a spiced caramel latte. You know, a spiced apple caramel latte. That is Danny. Vanilla bean over there is just black. Let's walk through it. Let's talk. Hug him. Oh hell, that would be crazy. Hmm. I think she thinks now that she has money, he gonna want her. Except now she has money. He still don't want you. Ooh. Mm. No. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Oh, give him the damn respect. Give him the damn respect. Y'all gonna need it because she crazy. Give him the respect. Y'all gonna need it. They're crazy. Okay, so let's be clear on something. She feels like, I'm talking about Wiggy Wonder. She feels like the reason why crew neck or turtleneck or whatever neck we gonna get if they replace him again. She feels like the reason why he never wanted her was because she didn't have money. Or the reason he never wanted to be with her is because she didn't have money. And now that she has money or possibly has more money than him, that he's going to want to be with her now. And it's just like, no. I don't know how many times this has to be said for her to get this in her head. He's just not that into you. Okay? He was into you once before, but he's not into you now. And it never had anything to do with money. It had everything to do with the fact that he wasn't in love with you. And I hate to say this. I hate to say this because I hate this saying. There are women you sleep with, and then there are women that you take home to meet the parents. And he lived by that old adage. He took Nicole home to meet his parents. He was in love with Nicole. He loved, had children with her, built a life with her. You, even though I think is BS, you were a distraction for him when Nicole was going through everything she was going through when her body, her words, not mine, was fighting her on having another baby. And instead of getting some therapy and being the man that stood beside her, he went off and cheated on her. And then here's also the thing. Ted came for money. You're not richer than him. Ted came for money. We know Ted came for money because when his brother and his sister-in-law passed away, not only the money they made in life, but whatever money came from behind them, from his sister-in-law and his brother, was able to be left to Andre, where Andre never has to work ever again in life. His descendants, if he has children, never have to work ever again a day in life. So you might be rich, but you're not richer than him. You're not. But she still thinks, and I hate this. I want Wiggy Wonder to get some self-esteem about herself. It was never about money. The man is not in love with you. That man probably told you whatever you wanted to hear to get some coochie out of you, and you fell for it like a dummy. But that man was never in love with you. Y'all child, if there even is a child, if even is even your daughter, that child was not made out of love. That child was made out of lust. She has confronted Wiggy Wonder before. Wiggy Wonder is possibly going to try to take Cat out. She's confronting Eva because ultimately, Cat sussed Eva out to begin with. She sussed her out to begin with. And why am I going to go meet your crazy ass mama when I can meet you where you at when you working for our father? And I'm telling you that you and your mother and the shit that y'all pulled ultimately has led to this decision of a divorce, especially because Wiggy Wonder don't know how to leave that man alone. But I guarantee Eva's about to throw it in Kat's face about this money. And if she don't, she better than I thought she was. She better than I thought it was. And I'm just going to say this. With the evil genuine of it all, please give him the respect that he wants from y'all. Please give him the respect. Because it is better for y'all to be on each other's side than to have him against you and team up with Crazy. Oh, she believes she worked for that money. In her mind, she worked for that money. In her mind, she deserves that money. In her mind, she deserves everything that's coming to her. All the good things and none of the bad. Because she has a hard life. And everybody else got to have easy. Maybe everybody has a hard life. We all have hard lives, unfortunately. For those who are more fortunate than the rest of us, life might be easy for them in some ways, but life might also be hard for them in some ways. Life might smack you back down to reality and you figure out that love isn't all that it's cracked up to be, and what you were taught and what you were shown isn't that. Look at Kat. Kat just had to have an existential crisis because she realized that maybe love isn't real. I thought my parents had the perfect marriage and the perfect life, and that their love was something to strive for, for me to have something like that, only to find out that my daddy's a no good, low down, dirty scumbag who likes to cheat and create outside babies. I'm fighting with my half sister because my man wants her and I want my man. Yeah, Wiggy Wonder plays victim while being a suspect. Ooh, the outside visuals of the house are nice. Oh, please give him the respect that he wants. Yep. Do it. Make it happen. Shake a hand. Boom. Easier for them to work together because Danny is not going to be talking crazy to Triple H anytime soon. She blames herself for the miscarriage. Oh, yes, he can. Yes, she does. She does. She does. Mm. Keep it. Girl, now she was throwing money at that man like he a hoe. And she a trick. She's showing you compassion, Cat. Don't make me hurt you. I hurt your feelings. She's showing you compassion. But Cat, you caught you caught it yourself. You talked about you and Tomas at that moment. And you realize y'all don't have that. Y'all, no, we're not gonna do that. Get off of her. Get off of him. You are hurting. Yes. Thank you. I will say this. It wasn't going to take much for, like, okay, the Duprees can't do nothing about Chelsea and Naomi and the way they feel about Triple H, because Naomi knows that Triple H is lying about that miscarriage. But when it comes down to it, Danny don't really have no beef with Triple H right now because she blames herself for the miscarriage. And even though Evil Genuine told her that Triple H fell in his office and everything, she still blames herself. So that's not going to be an issue for them to interact and be civil. That's not going to be a problem. It's not. Kat came in and told Eva about the divorce, and Eva was like, you know, Nicole is so forgiving and she's so loving, and she's working on forgiving me, and I'm trying to build a relationship with Ted, even though you tried to end that. And she was like, they were real happily ever after goals. Like, they are who you want to be. Like, you could tell that they loved each other, and they like would fall into bed at night and just hold one another. And she's talking about intimacy and connection and just being like with the person, because intimacy is so much more than just sex. It's about the little things, like the touches, the way you hug someone, the way you say something to someone, the way you show up, the way you are attentive, the way you feed into their love language, the way you feed your love positively. And Kat thought she was talking about sex, and she was like, "I'm not talking about sex. You brought that up. I'm talking about the way somebody connects. If you don't have a connection, if you don't have that, then you just ain't never gonna have it." Now, not evil, crewneck Ted is telling Wiggy Wonder, "You can have all the money in the world. It's not going to help you when it comes to Fairmont. And maybe you came and over here to ask me how to act or ask me for some lessons, but it's about the bloodline. It's about the way you do things. It's about just like the certain nuances that you don't have. You could buy all the right clothes, you could buy the house, but you don't have it." And ultimately, he's so right. Like, she could try to fake it for so long, but she does not have it, because that part of her that feels like, I'm never going to be enough. No one's ever going to like me. I'm so much better than all these people. That little voice inside of Wiggy Wonder's head that tells her to do something bad, she always has to listen to it. So you can make friends behind the gates. You could definitely do that. But it's not going to last long. Or it's the, now that Triple H is going to be accepted and they're not going to shun her, you are the new pariah. you're going to be the new pariah. What we talking about? That's the type of time we're on. Yeah, Triple H is not the pariah anymore. She's now going to be accepted by the Dupree clan because Evil Genuine and the Duprees are locked in tight again because guess what? It's better to be on each other's side than be on the opposite sides, especially him with that crazy lady because she already trying to get at him. Triple H is no longer the pariah. Wiggy Wonder is going to be the pariah too. Tell him, Danny. Oh, but you're not just gonna slip back into my bed. Ooh, you're gonna have to put in work. You're just not gonna slip into my bed without work. Uh-oh, it's Eva. Because she came by here. Yep, they don't. Oh, I see you picked up the money and put it in your pocket. It is a compliment. Don't feel bad about it. Don't hate it, because it is a compliment. You are nothing like your mama. No, it's not. Mm-hmm. I knew she was gonna go up to Vanessa to buy a house. Nicole, shut up. Yes. Girl, I would be proud. She deserved it. Mm-hmm. Nope. She committed suicide. I feel like there's more to this story that we don't know. No. She's been living with this guilt for years. No. We know that, Nicole. too. But unfortunately, Barbara, okay, had a child that she didn't want. And that child she didn't want ended up with a good friend of her named Peaches. Peaches raised that child until she decided to sleep with one of Peaches' men to keep him away from Peaches, and then took off like a bat out of hell. Okay? And the money was going to Barbara's sister. And Barbara's sister went, Barbara's sister lost her, passed away. And Barbara's sister probably didn't have no kids, so them kids couldn't get, no money up out of it. So now the daughter that Barbara never wanted, because she never wanted children, gets the money. And unfortunately, here we are. But like Crewneck Ted told her, you're eventually going to slip up because being subtle is not your forte. And we all know she's gonna slip up. Whether it's her, because Anita is going to stop paying into the trust. So whatever money is there is what's there. She's going to slip up. She's either going to blow through that money trying to fit in, or she's going to make some bad investments, or she's going to do something. We don't know. We don't know at this point. But now she has all the money in the world to hire a good legal team if they ever try to get her on charges of trying to take out Laura. Now, shout out to Danny. Danny said, you don't get to pluck me out of the friend zone now that things aren't working out the way you want them to work out. Now you want the benefits back. I don't want nothing more than what I've already told you. But if you want the benefits back, baby, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to work real hard to make me, won't come back over there. Until then, you're going to stay where you at, and I'm going to stay where I'm at. Okay? Team Jesus, Team Soldiers of Christ, that's the team I'm on. Wiggy one of them went and called Vanessa, and she's like, I'm making a big purchase. So she's about to blow through some of that money right now, buy a big ass house in the Gates. She's also going to burn through some of that money getting her a membership, or her and her daughter a membership to the country club. Once again, about to blow through some of that money. She gonna blow through that money. And the trust is irreversible, so there's no way to take the money back from her. But they're not going to be paying into the trust anymore, so that's always a good thing. And when the money is gone, the money is gone. But I also have a feeling that something bad is going to happen when it comes to Wiggy Wonder and this money. Not that she probably going to try to do something crazy, but I feel like something bad is going to happen, and I'm going to tell you why. She seems like the type of person who owes somebody some money, and I'm not just talking about the regular debt collector. She seemed like somebody who did scam some people out of their money, and they're going to come back around looking for their stuff. And I think the consensus amongst all of us has been, we think Alan faked his, death to get the hell away from her. Alan might come back looking for his little piece of the pie. He sure would. He sure would. Or this would be the time, since Evil Genuine and the folks is on the same side at this point, since everybody's on the same side, this would be a good time to have them to start digging when it comes to her. This would be a good time for them to start digging into her past and figuring some stuff out. Just saying. I think Wiggy Wonder is first of all, shout out to Trisha Mann Grant who plays her. She's so good at being bad. She is so good at being bad. Ooh. Hey. Begging is only sexy if you was in a desert with your shirt open singing a song about begging. Ooh. Ooh. Mm-mm. Back it up. Still ain't gonna get the kiss none of this, okay? It's gonna happen. Yes, okay, you're gonna have to work for this. You're gonna have to work for all of this. Andre? She's not. You can't. Nope. Correct. Your mama ain't gonna change. No, she still would have been that person because Barbara didn't want kids. Nicole, what part of irreversible do you not get? This has nothing to do with this has nothing to do with the way she turned out. The way she turned out is the way she turned out. But Barbara never wanted children. Oh, she's about to infringe, all right, because she's about to buy a house in the neighborhood. She gets, because she about to buy a house. Knew it. Baby, this is messy. But we knew this was gonna happen. We knew this was gonna happen. And ultimately, I have a feeling like as soon as she buys a house in the gates and she start fooling with folks, this is when they start digging into her past and they're gonna find somebody to come get her all the way together, which I have no problem with. Because Trisha Mann Grant, first of all, she deserves an award. Baby, she's so bad at being good. Like she's so good at being bad. It irks my spirit about how good at being bad she is. Nicole over here, you can't give her the money. It's just like, girl, the trust is irreversible. What the hell you want us to do about it? Okay. Your mama felt guilt. She set up an irreversible trust to make sure the Barbara's family was always provided for. Who the hell knew that Barbara had a baby? Nobody. Nobody knew Barbara had a baby. Barbara ain't one of them kids. Okay. Now Barbara's sister gone, and now the money that went to Wiggy Wonder. Wiggy Wonder about to move behind the gates, but it's not going to be everything it's cracked up to be because now she's the new pariah. She's the new pariah. Them people went in and had let have it when it came to Triple H. Wiggy Wonder is the new pariah. Let that be clear on something. Especially now that Triple H is going to be acknowledged by the Duprees. This is going to be funny. But with that being said, I love everybody. We'll be back here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And then I think we'll be back here at like 3 o'clock tomorrow as well for SmackDown. I gotta check the time because they're overseas at this point. But with that being said, I love everybody and I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye!